Delivering furniture in perfect condition is everyone's responsibility. It has an impact on your customer, your company, and you. In this video, we will show you not just how to handle furniture properly, but also why it is important to do so. Let's begin by describing the 4 reasons why it is important to follow proper handling techniques. When you deliver a piece of furniture to your customer, you are representing your company. When you deliver a damaged piece, you are destroying your reputation and the reputation of your company. Imagine you are at a store ready to make an expensive purchase. You see the item on the shelf, but the carton is damaged. Doesn't this make you question the condition and quality of the product, and perhaps the employee who put the item on the shelf as well? The second reason for improving your handling techniques is because damaged merchandise costs your company money, and that can affect the company's ability to compete and grow, which can affect your compensation and job security. The third reason for improving your handling techniques is because it can impact your personal safety, which can affect your livelihood. Finally, damage affects your productivity. When you have to return to the customer after having delivered a damaged piece, you are making unnecessary trips and wasting your time. The keys to proper furniture handling are improving awareness and having the right attitude. This video will build your awareness of the proper handling techniques. However, having the right attitude is completely up to you, and that's your pride in a job well done. Before you can learn how to handle furniture, first it is important to understand that furniture is different than other products and requires special handling techniques. Let's see how. Unlike the past, most office furniture today is not solid wood, but instead is made of fragile materials which can be more easily damaged. Additionally, for ready-to-assemble furniture, very little packaging protection is provided by the manufacturer. We'd like to show you what's inside a file or pedestal carton. As you can see, there is minimal protection on the sides and edges, and only a small packing layer at the bottom of the file to prevent damage. This is why you should not use your knee to push the carton. If you look inside a desk carton, you can see it too has minimal protection and therefore requires very special handling. You may have noticed a desk carton with a heavy end sticker. We've removed the carton on this single pedestal desk to show you what heavy end means. When moving this desk with the heavy end down, the desk is properly supported. Here you can see what happens when a desk is moved with non-heavy end down. Notice how the desk bends and the back of the desk wrinkles under the stress of the cart. On files and desks with drawers, improper handling will cause the file drawer to misalign and not properly close. Remember, every decision you make to properly handle, stage, and secure freight for delivery makes a big difference in your ability to deliver a damage-free furniture piece to your customer. Do not assume that the minimal furniture packaging will protect furniture in transit or through rough handling. In this section, we will discuss general handling techniques to eliminate or reduce damage. Never use the handles on files or desks to carry the item. Do not climb on furniture. Do not set uncartoned furniture on the ground. This will cause the paint to scratch and may cause the metal files to leave rust marks on the customer's carpet. Do not use your knees to push furniture. This will dent or break the item. Do not overload equipment. Straps used on cartons are meant to keep the carton together, not for lifting or moving. Straps can break, causing damage. A correctly used 2-wheel cart is a great tool. A cart equipped with stair bars can be useful for safely navigating stairs without damaging the piece from the jarring impact of stairs. Remember to pad the bars of the cart using carpet or pipe insulation. In cases where 2-wheel carts are not effective, a 4-wheel padded cart should be used. For your safety and protection of the item, do not attempt to lift heavy or bulky pieces by yourself. Always get a second person to help you. Carton arrows are printed on the carton to show you the proper orientation to move the carton. Other pictures show you important information on safe handling, such as the side of the carton you can or cannot use with different equipment. Large items can limit your visibility. Remember, always be aware of your surroundings when moving furniture. In this section, we will discuss proper handling techniques at each step of the process, including unloading, staging, loading, and delivery. The first step in successfully delivering furniture is to ensure furniture is safely unloaded from the United Stationers delivery truck. When unloading furniture, spend time inspecting the cartons for visible damage. Sometimes, only the carton is damaged and not the product inside. There is no sense in trying to deliver a piece that is already damaged. Let your United Stationers facility know immediately so they can take the right measures. A digital camera can be used to document damage found for customer service resolution or to show a successful, damage-free delivery. Use proper equipment, including a dock plate, pallet jack, and/or cart to unload the furniture. Step 2 will describe the techniques to avoid damage when staging and sorting freight on your dock. Be sure to stage product in a safe area away from traffic. If you hold furniture for future deliveries, stage product in date sequence to avoid excessive handling. Also use Post-it notes to prominently display the date when the item should be delivered. Staging product in delivery order, in order number sequence, or with like items together can help you eliminate extra handling at a later time. Avoid stacking whenever possible. If you must stack product because of limited space, be sure to follow stacking recommendations on the carton. Step 3 is to load freight, keeping in mind the stress that furniture is subjected to during delivery. Here, you can see what happens when furniture is not properly loaded and secured. An important tool to use is straps. They are effective for securing freight inside a delivery truck and on the handcart. Be sure to load pieces in the correct position as described on the carton markings. Failure to do so will cause excessive damage. It is highly recommended not to uncarton or pre-assemble the items, as they are extremely sensitive to shock, handling, and weather. Avoid stacking in the delivery truck. If you must, do not stack heavy on top of light. Studies have shown that freight can be exposed to more stress, measured in G-force, depending on where it is placed in the truck. The stress on product increases as it is stacked higher and toward the rear of the truck. This explains why most freight is damaged when loaded behind the rear axle and high above the truck floor. Be sure to load flat items to the side of the truck using straps, furniture blankets, and dunnage. To avoid damage from moving items during delivery, use your manifest to load freight in the sequence that it will be delivered. Step 4 will show how to avoid damage en route to the customer. Be careful when making turns. Freight can easily shift. Be aware of speed bumps, curbs, potholes, and other road hazards. Step 5 involves preventing damage while delivering the piece to the customer. Before bringing the delivery in, spend a minute evaluating the best travel path. Plan to use elevators if available. Use a tape measure to ensure you have proper clearance before moving a large piece and to evaluate the best travel path. Identify hazards in your planned travel path and remove them if possible. Use door stops to prop open doors. If the doors are not propped open, the door can cause damage when it closes. Check with the customer to discuss final placement. When assembling furniture, use a non-marring, dead-blow hammer rather than a standard hammer. It is an effective tool and is less likely than a standard hammer to damage the furniture, especially ready-to-assemble furniture. Use a cordless drill with adjustable torque. This will be especially useful to prevent over-tightening hardware in ready-to-assemble furniture. Do not climb on furniture. Do not flip files end over end. Do not bounce product downstairs. Do not drop product. Do not roll chairs outside in order to avoid damage to the caster wheels. Use lift gates wherever possible. Use furniture blankets when moving furniture inside the customer's location. Use 2 people to unstack furniture. Avoid subjecting furniture to the elements. Remember, even wind can cause a large item to blow over. Be careful when opening. Cut at the appropriate place. Prepare product for final presentation to the customer. Use touch-up pens to fix minor imperfections. Bring the customer to see the item and tell them to save the carton for several days in the event they wish to return the product. Make sure that the customer signs the paperwork after inspection. This will prevent your company from having to pay for an item that the customer sometimes damages after you leave. Finally, spend a few seconds showing the piece to the customer, explaining features, adjustments, keys, and so forth. Be proud of the quality furniture that you have successfully delivered. Call the customer before making a delivery, or if the customer appears to be absent when you arrive. You can also use a notice to inform the customer that an attempted delivery was made, asking them to call for a second attempt, or permission and instructions to leave the furniture without a person present. This will also eliminate wasted retrips. Step 6 explains how to avoid damage on an item being returned. In order to receive credit, the item you are returning must be in resellable condition. This is why it is important for you to follow safe handling techniques when returning product to United Stationers. Use the original packaging, if available, to protect the item being sent back for return. Avoid pallet overhang. This way, the pallet will absorb the impact if two pallets bump against each other. If damage is discovered, have your customer service person call United Stationers Customer Care to resolve the issue. In some cases, a return can be avoided by offering a discount to the consumer. At United Stationers, our goal is to work with you to improve your operation and help you be successful. Let your local facility know if you need further help to improve furniture handling. Remember, at United Stationers, our continuing commitment is to support your success. Thank you for choosing United Stationers as your partner and wholesaler of choice.